Hey, what is up, you guys? It is 5:30 no, that's a lie. It's 5:12 in the morning. Everyone in my house is sleeping and or trying to sleep, so I have to be quiet. But guys, we have Hunter Melly stuff. She's been fully revealed to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure there's also like full gameplay stuff that we can actually see and look at, which is very exciting. But like, guys, she's here. This is like probably one of the most hyped upcoming characters in the last year at least, probably more. And she's here. We obviously we've got the actual hunter design on screen now. Uh and I'm gonna be honest, as much as like I'm excited for Hunter Melly, like I hope that she is really great gameplay wise, and I know that everyone's super hyped for her. I don't know how I feel about this design. I'm kind of conflicted because at one point it's like, oh, this is fire. But on the other hand, it's like they could have done so much more. Like, let's look at this a little bit more close up. Let's look at it a bit more close up so we can really get these details. Okay, so from here, like, I love, also she has her dogs out, goodness gracious. But like this, love. I think the actual outfit is kind of really, it's very simple. I wish they had a more of an interesting design for it, but I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just think it's very simple. And then getting up to her head here, I think it looks cool, but like I'm confused why like her antenna are like so translucent and gloopy almost. I wish they had like more bug-like antenna, if that makes sense. Like more stereotypical bug-like antenna, I thought would have been, the play. But overall, I don't think this design looks bad. I'm still very conflicted because I don't know if it's necessarily satisfactory in my opinion. But I don't think she looks bad. On a scale of, okay, this is the worst thing ever, and this is exactly what we were hoping for, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think it's somewhere in the middle, in my opinion. I don't think this is at all what, people were hoping it could have been, but I also don't think it's the worst thing ever. Maybe that's my hot take. Maybe everyone else is like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the greatest thing ever. And if that is the consensus, then period. I'm so happy for you. But yeah, the overall character design, not exactly what I was hoping for, but doesn't look bad. But that's just the visuals. We have to look at the gameplay too, because I'm pretty sure it was like completely revealed. All right, so I think the best way to do this is going to be just looking at the the live stream that's currently still going on, but we're only going to react to the the Hunter Melly portion, which I think this is going to be the best and most efficient way to do this. Obviously, there's still like, I think when I tuned in or like a couple of minutes ago, there was something about gameplay stuff going to be on Twitter or something, but I don't want to wait. So because it's already great, guys, it's 5 in the morning. I really would like to go to sleep, but I wanted to record this before I sleep so that I can get it out tomorrow. Also, I really wanted to look at the stuff, but I also wanted to, how it is. Without further delay, let's actually let's react to this and see what's going on. I'm Look at her. November 27th. Right, it's very much long awaited. Well, I wouldn't say that. She looks very human. Okay, this is where it gets spicy. It's true. We need to see what's going on in her Queen Bee form. Interesting. Okay, I am gonna read over this myself. so I can, retain the information better. External trait swarm of insects. Queen bee and her swarm share a symbiotic bond. The swarm remains active for the entire match and can shift between multiple states. So this is already giving like Ivy core, maybe, potentially? Wait, this is interesting. Maybe it's like, okay, let me read it first. When the swarm moves independently, it enters predatory state. In this state, contact with the survivor generates energy and grants Queen Bee the assimilation effect, giving her a short burst of movement speed. So it's almost kind of, I thought it was like Ivy, but it might be more like a AI control, sort of like Leo, because it says the swarm moves independently. It makes me think that the swarm's going to move while you're also moving, but it will like chase survivors, sort of like how Hellember's bots do. Maybe. I think we might get visuals, but we'll see. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So it's like a it's she does move independently from it. But it's almost like a there's no real way to like there's honestly like no ability that I can think of that shares a mechanic similar to this. Almost like how Wu Chang's umbrella charge, she'll throw it, will constantly move forward. That's sort of how this is looking as well. I'd imagine it constantly is moving forward, but you can control where it's going and where it's going to go, but you're able to move around as you do it. I can't imagine you can make it run back as well, but who knows, maybe. Okay, I see. So you can release it to make it keep going and lose control, but it looks like it might also gain speed. Like here, it feels like maybe this is like more of a lock-on situation because there is this like weird trail that you can see. This is really strange. I don't know how this is working. I don't know how this works because it kind of feels like you're supposed to be controlling it. But at the same time, it also feels like it's just following a recorded path that the survivor is taking. Or maybe what you're doing is you're placing... Oh, I see what's happening. Here, let's look at this. So you see this first part right here. As you activate it, you can watch as this little marker here places down the points that the swarm travels to. It's about to place another point there. And the swarm will travel to it. See, there's a point created, and then the point created again. And you can see it especially at the end here. As you tilt the camera over, you can see the marker moving. And you can see just barely that trail connecting. You see that right there. So what you're doing is you're placing down markers and placing down your trail for the swarm to go to. So it's kind of like a cubist's cue ball, except you are placing down your quote unquote cue ball while you're placing down your track. So what is this energy mechanic? The assimilation boost increases your movement speed, but what is this energy? I'm curious. Oh, interesting. There's more here. Her animations are really good though. Like already, like I kind of love. I just saw a huge wall of text. Like look at that. She doesn't necessarily break it by like hitting it. She breaks it by like sending her swarm. That's so cool. Okay, big wall of text. I think we'll read this all and then go for, go for everything. So active ability, perception, movement. Hold the ability button to guide the swarm's movement path or click to recall it, and then perception attack. While in synergy state, activate this ability to launch the swarm forward in the camera's direction, entering attack state. So maybe that's sort of like the crows from artists from DVD, maybe, who knows. So energy is required to use attack. She's ranged. Yes! Yes, she's ranged. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's gonna be a main for sure. I'm gonna definitely be playing her. Especially if like my initial like reaction of that meaning that she's ranged is true. Okay. So her from what she's saying, I think what Miss Cherry Diva is saying is you get chip damage at first tier, like at tier 0. So you automatically have your chip damage. That move's really slow is my only like worry. So I worry that her chip damage might not even be viable. But we see that like obviously, you know, if you have animation locked survivors, it'll be really good. But actually, ooh, wait, her chip damage might be awful. Because yeah, obviously, here's your chip damage. But she goes into an attack recovery phase here, which is really strange. I don't know why she goes into attack recovery after hitting chip damage like that. That's kind of really awful. Okay, active ability, Reciprocate. Use this ability to have Queen Bee fly directly to the swarm. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. This makes up for a lot of the distance issues already. Entering Synergy state on contact. During the brief reforming phase after flight, she can immediately chain to a Perception attack. Okay, that's cool. She's gonna have some fun combo stuff I can already predict. Let's see how this works. So this is her first presence. She can... Oh, that's really dope. I love chained attacks. Period. So this is just a little sneak peek from our divas Cherry and Mr. Bald. Wait. Oh. And login bonus for the kit of Easter year updates. Period. Oh, no way, we already get... Oh, gorgeous. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, wait. Wait, she is so pretty, bitch. What? Wait, that's crazy, dude. Wait, she's mugging everyone, bro. Dude, her essence skin is insane. Oh, pretty. Love that. Alright, let's see if there's anything. I'm gonna skip forward, see if there's anything interesting. Oh, wow. Free Entom S tier looks gorge. Oh my gosh, you can get... You can get 20 free pulls for the first essence, bro. Really? Wait, they're giving us so much. What? 10 free pulls just from logging in, and then an extra 10 from the event. That's... Hey, Netties, love ya. That's really generous. That's actually really cool. Alright, team. I think that's about it. I really only wanted to look at the, obviously, Miss Queen Bee, Miss Melly'S, because, yeah, obviously we got some teasers and sneak peeks onto her abilities. I think whenever the full gameplay stuff drops, like on Twitter, whenever the full gameplay stuff is released, then I will do a live reaction, and I'll do an actual stream for it. But you know, obviously it's so late for me, girl. It's 5:30. I wanted to be in bed and sleeping an hour ago, but you know how it is. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah, super sick. I think already from the glimpses we've gotten of her gameplay, I think I will very much enjoy playing her. She's chip damage and can be play ranged, and I think from the glimpses that we saw, I don't think it'll be possible to get the full value out of her without using chip damage. Like, I think from what we've seen and from what I can infer, her chip damage seems to be integral to playing her properly because of how, like, you have to chain the stuff. Like, she's gonna seem like a combo heavy character with, you know, using your ability to, using your, like, command swarm ability to move it closer to them when they're far away, and then flying right over to them, and then immediately using your attack. Okay, here's my prediction. We saw that her swarm attack made her get attack recovery. My prediction is that if you combo it correctly, you won't have the attack recovery to deal with, because we saw, or we're going to go back to it actually, we have this attack pattern, right? We saw that whenever she deals damage with this, it's, you know, she gets attack recovery, which kind of really sucks. Granted, it's not super long, but I imagine this won't be an issue when you use reciprocate to fly towards your swarm. Whenever this happens, during this brief reforming phase after fight, she can immediately chain into a perception attack. My guess is that maybe she won't suffer from the attack recovery here. Wait, do we actually see it happen? Yes, we do. I think I was correct. So during this reforming phase, you can fire a chip damage, and I think that's what happens right there. You can see this you can see it pop up again. Like that little yellow highlight thing. So during this reform, you can also see that that little button is highlighted. Assumingly it gets pressed and you shoot out. Yeah, you can see the swarm just past her get shot out and then deal damage. And then you don't have to see. That's what's going to make her cool as a character, knowing when to use your abilities correctly and when to combo them. Because clearly, again, going back, as we saw here, if you use your, if you use your chip damage attack, just like whenever in this situation, you're going to have to deal with attack recovery. But if you use it after you fly over, you don't have to worry about that attack recovery. And you just use it. I believe also you can only use your attack whenever you're in your synergy state. I could be wrong. And you can tell whenever you're in your synergy state because you see the wings, right? So we can tell that she's in synergy state here because of the wings. And then she's able to, use the attack and her wings go away. And then the swarm is, at the other side of the palette. What's interesting, and I know I said like I was about to end the video, but what's interesting is I don't think this is going to add to her combo capabilities if this is true, because obviously this could just be for showing the ability off. It could be like they have no cooldowns on, but like it looks like there might be potential for it. Okay, chip damage might not have a cooldown. I think it will. And I think this is just because they have no cooldowns on, just to show it off. But like, if you can see here, I think first and foremost, it's just because they have cooldowns off. But on the off chance, she might not have a cooldown for it, because as you can see here, obviously the ability is up, the highlighted one. You use it to fire it off. You can't use the ability, obviously, right? But whenever she goes into synergy again, you have the ability up immediately. So potentially, if for some reason cooldowns are on, and we just for some reason can't tell, again, I think that they are off because we don't see any other cooldowns, obviously, and they often have cooldowns off for these showcase videos as well. But, potentially could lead to even more crazy combos. Because, and I'm just, this is spitballing here, whenever she uses her attack, she's also moving the swarm. So obviously her swarm is with her right now. But as she uses the attack and it deals damage, the swarm is now on the other side of the palette, and presumably you can fly towards the swarm and go right back into synergy state and potentially use that attack immediately again to, just get that damage. So that combo could be potentially very interesting if it works how I think it works and how I hope it works, because if that's how it works, that could be really, really cool, bro. But yeah, okay, I think officially we're done here. I've been recording for 30 minutes. I think that's enough. I think I've talked about, everything enough. I think we can take a breather, wait until all the stuff is revealed on Twitter, and then I'll do a proper stream talking about it and going over absolutely everything. And to that one person who got mad at me whenever I did my reaction to Amanda on stream for not finishing the last 30 seconds of the video, trust me, this time I promise for you, I will watch the full thing one way through at least, whenever Melly's video gets released, just so you won't get mad at me. So don't worry, I'll react to the entire thing, even if it's just repeating things we've already seen. But yeah, that's it for this mini reaction. I didn't expect to see gameplay, but we saw gameplay, so that's kind of why I wanted to make the video in the first place, because I saw that there was gameplay and I was like, oh, maybe I will actually react to it. Yeah, I will have another stream going over absolutely everything. We'll do a lot of theory crafting on stream whenever her gameplay showcase is actually fully out, which will probably happen not this month, probably later in November, maybe mid-November, I could imagine. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching this little mini chill reaction to Queen Bee, the new Melly Hunter persona swap that is going to release fully on November 27th. Very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.